So I found something interesting. This is the story of Chris Bledsoe. He has had a sighting, and I'm going to read through the information so I don't get it wrong. But we're supposed to have something coming through, whether it's ascension or eyes opening, energy changing, the return, who knows what it is. He doesn't quite know what it is. His apparition or experience or encounter that he had is said 2026, it's happening, and it was to do with the star Regulus. And then scientists have put it together to say that that would be sometime around Easter. That's now. So keep your eyes on the sky. He doesn't even know what it is that's going to be visible in the sky, but maybe something's coming. So I thought I'll tell you the story of what this is, because it could be something happening and it could be exciting. And we need a bit of excitement, I think, right now. And then I'm going to pull some of my Neptune Moon cards to see what Spirit thinks about this change in energy or return, whatever it is. So I'll tell you a little bit about this person. This is a well-known American experiencer who claims to have repeated encounters with a luminous being that he calls the Lady. Now, that experience he reported to NASA. I think in 2012 he reported to that. He's been working with different NASA contacts, Air Force generals, Pentagon officials, UFO researchers. So that's pretty big, like to have an experience and be told these things and working with official people like that. So maybe we need to give this a little bit of attention, I think. Now, he recently went public with a 2026 prophecy involving Israel and Iran. So part of that prophecy, he was told many years ago, I think sometime around 2012. I'm not sure when the exact vision started or the experiences started happening, but he reported it to NASA in 2012, so it had to have been around then. He was told by the Lady, the apparition, that when you start to see missiles being exchanged with Iran and Israel, this is when it's happening. Also, when the star Regulus is on the horizon and lined up with the Sphinx in Egypt. And that's when the officials come back and said that should be around Easter 2026. So this is now. This is exciting. And it could be related to a return or connected to light beings or orbs being seen in the sky. So very interesting. So the actual the prophecy details are: Chris Bledsoe says that on Easter, he was told by officials that this happens. He was told about the alignment when the missiles are being exchanged by Iran and Israel would be your first sign. Second sign would be the star Regulus on the horizon, I think in line with the Sphinx. And then he was told by specialists in astronomy that would fall on 2026 in Easter. So he didn't say Easter 2026. He actually doesn't know when, but he was given the placement and what would be happening at the time when this would happen. So I just want to get that clear, that it wasn't him that said it. So he claims he's given this information to the Pentagon officials in 2012, and astronomers later confirmed the alignment. So that's where that information comes from regarding dates. He was not given a date. He stated that the Lady, he called it the Lady, warned him of a major event involving Israel and Iran, the US, around this time, same time frame. So he claims that during this alignment, orbs or light beings will appear, a kind of return or an unveiling. Maybe the veil will be thin. Maybe we'll get to see reality. Maybe who knows what we'll see. He doesn't know. This is a consistent something to do with orbs or visions that we may see in the skies. Now, the being he speaks to, he calls the Lady, is described as luminous, feminine, benevolent, and connected to this prophecy. Gone to full screen so you can see all of the cards on the table. This brings really exciting energy. Now, I just want to tell you, one of my cards caught on fire. I'm using candlelight today because I just felt like we needed the energy to be much more surreal, more calm than normal. So although I feel very excited by this energy, I just want to let you know that one of the cards caught fire on the candle. I want to say, I wonder if that's Spirit's way of saying watching out for fireballs in the sky. Meteors. Incoming celestial events. Fiery energy. Maybe heading towards the sun. Night sky visibility is what I'm hearing. Maybe it's to do with something incoming, as in meteors or a meteor shower even. So let's see what the cards want to reveal today. Okay, this is an evolving essence. I want to say that this experience that Chris had wasn't just a one-off. It happened several times. So it was an evolving message. I just want to jump straight ahead now to uniquely Uranus. Uranus is doing it's all about radical shifts, disruptions, or changing energies. It is changing signs. It's changing signs on the 27th of April. 25th? It's somewhere around the end of April. So I wonder if this is highlighting, I know Easter's earlier on, it's the start of April, but maybe this is highlighting April with the Uranus energy, because it's making its own radical shift of signs in April. So under a watchful eye is saying eyes on the skies, night skies, elevating energy. That's kind of interesting. Evolving, elevating. So he wasn't sure exactly what this incoming or whether it's unveiling or a shift or a split, or I'm saying a split, not him, but I'm feeling it's an elevation, elevating our energy. It's an opportunity to elevate our frequency, elevate our energy. Illusion dissolves. Now, I wonder if not everybody will see it. I wonder if it will depend on your energy. Neptune's in Aries with Saturn, which brings its own challenges. But I'm really focused here on the illusion dissolves. Illusion dissolves. Okay, this is reminding me of a dream that I had many, many years ago about a vision of Mary. It was a dream. It was a vision of Mary that people were seeing, which happened to be an illusion. It was manufactured. Now, I'm not saying what he's encountered is illusion or manufactured, because I don't think it is manufactured, but maybe it might be, if it is real, if something happens, maybe we'll be told that it was an illusion or not real. There's something about it that's cloaking. Maybe it's to do with the veil being lifted, so it's no longer cloaked, but there's something here about maybe it's the veil dissolving. And that's what it is. So maybe we see something because we can see through the veil. Now, I don't know if that's everybody, or I don't know if it's to do with elevated energy, or if this is an opportunity that comes in to elevate your energy because the veil is dissolving, which means we probably see things for what they really are. Seeking guidance and light. This was a light apparition, or a luminous, luminous apparition. Guiding light. Veil of illusion. Interesting, because I feel like there's something to do with this prophecy that could be the veil coming down. And I want to come back to the Sammy Hagar song, The Crack in the World. Shift, split again. Radical shift. He said, was it 2025? I think he said 2025 we'll start to see a divide. Now maybe that's a divide in energy, elevation. Okay, so again, I want to come back to illusion twice. We've got an illusion dissolving and the veil of illusion. The veil is talking about the veil between this realm and the next realm, the veil. So it's the veil that it deceives us, actually. The snake could be the deceiver. So why do I feel part of this is something about deception here? Ethereal energy, invisible force. I just feel like is that guiding light, that luminous lady. Ethereal energy, invisible force, guiding light. Now, why I feel very positive about that energy, I feel like there is something that's being hijacked here, veiled. Okay, so what I'm getting now is that if everybody's been told, the Pentagon, the NASA, whoever's been informed, if they know something is going to be happening, why wouldn't they then veil it from us? So if we're supposed to see something in the skies, and I know it happens here all the time in Australia, every time where there's some astronomical thing we're meant to be looking at, some alignment or something coming in, the clouds come out and we don't get to look at the skies. So that's what I'm picking up on. If they are all aware that there's going to be something taking place in Easter, maybe there's going to be a level of deception that takes place so we don't see it. That's why I keep picking up that not everybody can see it. Maybe it's certain parts of the world that see it. Maybe there's certain parts of the world that are veiled, that don't get to see it, because there's deception involved here. Invisible force. Okay, so invisible force with the veil is what is not normally visible to us. Could be even something to do with light spectrum. I wonder if it's to do with the sun, because I'm seeing now the aurora borealis, which happens when there's sun activity, solar activity heightens the auroras, and because I'm seeing colours, I wonder if, because he doesn't really know what it is, but I wonder if it's connected to the sun at all. I was hearing something incoming, and when I thought, and I did mention sun actually when I said the fire, my card catching fire. So let's pull back a bit and take a look at the energy of these cards and just see if there's anything else this story wants to tell. So it's evolving. The story was evolving over not just one time, it was several times. Wisdom, wisdom blooms. So it's being more aware, being more open, becoming more evolved. Maybe it's an evolution happening right before our eyes. I hear right before our eyes. Even though in the next full is under a watchful eye. So that's where I feel the connection is there. So there's an evolution happening, shaping, taking place, stepping into an evolution right before our eyes. Opportunities for elevation with our energies, but there is some kind of illusion or deception that will be taking place. It's important here to use discernment, seek guidance and light, so use your discernment. But radical shifts or disruption, so maybe they're going to disrupt the view or the vision that's coming forward. So ethereal energy, so to make it visible or to make it invisible. So there's going to be, so we don't see it. So there's several cards that keep saying, I'm not saying that it's an illusion, I'm saying make it so we're told that it's an illusion or we're told that it's not real. There's deception or some deception to somehow make it not visible, invisible. But the opportunity, what seems to be happening, because I'm seeing auroras, is an energy elevation, a level up, an evolving species, it's evolving right before our eyes. Could even be a flash. Oh, where did I even get that from? Flash. Which could be a solar flare. This is an orb. Anyway, I just wanted to make you all aware that this is happening. So that's kind of interesting cards. I'm just going to keep this reading nice and short. Check this prophecy out. And most importantly, during the month of April, especially around Easter, but I'm getting April because of this card here of the Uranus transits and change that's taking place in April. Keep your eyes open, but be aware of discernment. Use discernment because there looks to be some kind of deception involved here. But there could be an opportunity for evolution right before our eyes, harnessing your power or elevating your energy. Maybe it's even the opportunity to see through beyond the veil of illusion, the veil that blocks this world from the next. Maybe there's an opportunity coming our way to see through that veil or through the illusion. Discernment, very important. Hope you enjoyed that reading, and I'll see you next time.